Hello, my name is Matthew May, and no matter where you're from, you've seen or had a first-hand encounter with a bicyclist on the road. Were you driving in a car on a country road and surprised by the bicyclist? Were you in a more urban area stuck in a line of cars with no opportunities to pass the bicyclist? Have you ever seen a designated biking trail or even a lane dedicated to people riding bikes? I have, and I question why bicyclists would ever legally allow them to place themselves and others in such dangerous circumstances by riding on roads occupied by motor vehicles. This slide just says cyclists on the road is an inconvenience for drivers, and cyclists on the sidewalk is an inconvenience for pedestrians. Imagine a person taking a walk through a trail made exclusively for bicycles. It seems the cyclists wouldn't appreciate the break in the flow of traffic due to someone moving significantly slower in front of them. It would also seem this example would have the potential to cause an accident that could hurt those involved. The periodical strife in the fast lane bicycling provides us with important statistics to back these claims. This is just a brief summary of what I'm about to tell you. It says, the Los Angeles Times recently reported that between 2002 and 2012, more than 5,600 cyclists in Los Angeles County were injured and at least 63 in a hit-and-run accident. Died in a hit-and-run accident. During that time, the number of hit-and-runs increased by 42%. Furthermore, the article adds, the Los Angeles Department of Transportation, in an analysis of statewide accident data, noted bike lanes reduced collisions by 35%. Similar reports found that dedicated paths even led to better compliance with stop signs and traffic signals on the part of the cyclists. Although I'm speaking from my experience as a motor vehicle driver and not from the perspective of a bicyclist, I believe the best solution for every person on the road is not to ban bicycles from the road, but to add more lanes and designate areas for people who choose this mode of transportation. Not only are drivers frustrated by the inconvenience of being stuck behind a slower bicycle, the bicyclists are also frustrated by the impatience of drivers. Drivers may also perceive bicyclists as being inattentive to others behind them or discourteous to drivers who must follow a stricter set of rules of the road. In reality, cyclists are faced with more obstacles and must be aware at all times to avoid accidents. The book Bicycling for Fitness points out why cyclists keep attention focused on their surroundings. This is the key to preventing accidents. Your surroundings include cars, other bicycles, pedestrians, dogs, and even the ground beneath you. This is just the hazards bicyclists had to be aware of: cars, other bikes, pedestrians, animals, potholes, leaves, and grates. Of these, the most obvious threat would be cars. The author of Bicycling for Fitness goes on to add collisions with cars and other motorized vehicles cause 10 to 20 out of every 100 accidents. There are already bike lanes included in some roads, but this isn't the most effective solution to the problem of cars and bicycles sharing the road. Even though these roads include a space exclusively for bicyclists, they still face many risks and maybe even more by being in such close proximity to vehicles. Think about this: a lane in a minimum of 3 feet of width separated from a lane of automobiles by a painted white line doesn't offer cyclists much protection from physical threats. The website article, cyclists shouldn't share the road, they should have their own, states cars, doors, intersections, potholes, and misinterpretations by the law enforcement are among the many pitfalls of the old school bike lane. The author of the article, Ellie Blue, goes on to suggest the building of bike lanes separated from both vehicular and pedestrian traffic, called cycle tracks, which are common in the many European cities. The article goes on to add, cycle tracks, also called segregated bike lanes and separated bike paths, are basically bike lanes that use the same right-of-way as a major street, but are set off from the car traffic by a barrier more substantial than a single painted white line. They may be separated by bollards or concrete barriers or curb. This is just the lane, bicycle lanes. This solution offers a much safer alternative to the biking lanes that we are used to seeing throughout the U.S. There are other benefits of incorporating these cycle tracks into cities' basic safety. While it is a widely known fact that bicycling is better for the environment, cycling can also benefit businesses since cyclists shop more frequently as a result of shopping for smaller quantities. It's just benefits for separating bike roads, like it's better for business, healthier lifestyle, less accidents, less traffic, that sort of thing. Plans to improve cycling conditions in the U.S. have already begun in larger cities such as New York. In the article NYC to expand bike lanes after dangerous surge in facilities, published this year, it states, after 17 bicyclists died on New York streets this year, Mayor Bill de Blasio said he would move to install 80 miles of protected lanes citywide by the end of 2021. An effort to salvage his signature Vision Zero program that seeks to end fatal traffic accidents. This is just a before and after picture of a city after they do the Vision Zero project. That would add more bike lanes and crosswalks and things like that. Furthermore, the article goes on to say the mayor's plan follows years of criticism by biking advocates who say the pace of the city's construction of protected lanes has kept up with the rising number of cyclists. About 24% of New York's adults, or some 1.6 million people, ride bikes, including about 500,000 on a typical day, a 55% increase from 2012 to 2017. There are many steps we can take to make conditions safer for cyclists and bike drivers alike. The most effective measure to be pushed for separate cycle tracks to be built in areas where cycling is most common. The article Road Accidents Involving Bicycles, Configurations, and Injuries confirms the evidence to date suggests that purpose-built bicycle-only facilities reduce the risk of crashes and injuries compared to cycling on road with traffic or off-road with pedestrians. Though this is the favorable solution, it is understandable that these charges will take some time to accomplish and incorporate. Until then, we can implement further suggestions made by the article, which further adds to reduce the potential for accidents, proper road design, and use of traffic calming, mobility management, and stricter adherence to traffic laws are desirable. Although making these changes to roads can not happen overnight, we could push for the safety of both drivers and cyclists. In the case of drivers, although you may become restless stuck behind a cyclist, it is important not to become agitated and threat the cyclist the same way you would treat another driver, or treat the cyclist the same way you would treat the other driver. To cyclists, don't take advantage of share the road. Although there are laws protecting you physically, you are not invincible. The drivers, you may not always anticipate your presence. Until we can see major changes to designated cycling areas, drivers and cyclists will have to cohabitate the same road, both urban and rural. For the well-being of drivers and cyclists, push for cycle tracks to be implemented where bicycle traffic affects your community the most.